guys. Seb, do you want to take it away with questions?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Ryan, it's Seb from AAP. Obviously, congratulations on the win. What did you kind of make of that result?
Yeah, we were trying to, I love doing these press conferences 10 minutes after that because your head's a million different miles and your heart rate's going 140. So if this doesn't make a lot of sense, I apologise. I thought they got away from us a little bit in the third, and we couldn't find the actions we wanted to try and exploit them in. And their empty pick and rolls with ball A's just became a real handful. We eventually adjusted some stuff and did a better job of that late in the third, earlier in the fourth. And then it just kind of became a bit of a grind. I thought we generated a lot of, again, I'd want to watch the film back, but I felt like we generated a lot of high quality looks the first 5 or 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. And outside of Hahn making hers, I don't think we made any. So, yeah, a game we're happy to get out of here with. If you told us going into the series we'd win 2-0, we would have taken that in a heartbeat. And if it wasn't always pretty, then so be it, because we really rate Bendigo.
Obviously, you kind of touched on that fourth quarter and the tension that was kind of in that fourth quarter. Can you just kind of run me through what was going through your mind as the minutes kind of ticked by there?
Trying to play a bit of 3D chess in terms of, I think we made one sub, 2 subs the whole quarter. So trying to make sure all of our girls that don't expire, that are playing the entire 10. We're also trying to manage foul trouble. So I think you had 3 at the time. You had 3, so I'm trying to deal with Hahn's foul trouble. Ball A's is starting to get away from us a little bit, but she's starting to get gassed. So can we get Ball A's in more actions and try and wear her down? And maybe we score, maybe we don't, but maybe that impacts her offensive workload. And then obviously trying to manage the timeout situations as well. So I know we had 3 left and we tried to burn one on a free throw before we lost it with 2 minutes to go, and then the free throw missed. So we're trying to find, do we burn some timeouts here to give our girls a rest, or do we think we're currently fresher than what Bendigo are? So a combination of all those random useless thoughts, and yeah, we got out of there.
Something you kind of touched on, I think on Saturday, was that there was a lot to clean up going into this game. Do you kind of feel like even after this game there's still more you need to clean up ahead of that championship series?
Oh, it's a totally different animal, in fairness. The way Townsville go about it versus the way Bendigo go about it. Like we obviously made some defensive adjustments from our last game, or our last 2 games in Perth. Sorry, Game 3 and Game 4 of the regular season against Bendigo, they destroyed us, especially at Hoops Fest, in their on-ball pick and pops. And I think that's part of the reason why the zone worked a little bit in that game in Bendigo. But then changing our pick and roll schemes really opened up the offensive glass for them. So I think we did a pretty good job. I think they had 7 or 8 from memory offensive rebounds here in Bendigo, but they had 13 at half time tonight. I think they had 17 for the game, or whatever the number was last time. They destroyed us in the offensive glass. Townsville was a totally different animal.
Hahn, obviously a big game for you. How did you kind of find it today?
I think I need to be better than my finish. Sometimes because I know my teammates, my team, they believe me, they give me the ball, and they let me play one-on-one. Sometimes I need to be better. And thanks everybody believe. And this game, I think everybody work very hard. But they have a little problem from their offense rebound, and I think that in the final game we need to be better for the box out. Yeah.
What do you kind of think the preparation is going to look like now going into the championship series? Do you think, Hahn?
I think it's stay together and work hard and execute, and everybody. Stay together and yeah, that's it. This is all my word. I need to learn more. Yeah.
So these are hard post games. These are hard.
Awesome. Anyone else on the Zoom?
Yeah, it's Craig O'Donoghue here in Perth. You've had success personally with championships overseas. Like, what is it going to take to make this team end its championship drought?
Me,
Yes.
I didn't hear.
Could we try again, Craig? We got an audio problem over here.
Yeah, so Han, you've won championships before. What will it take for this team to win the championship now?
Yeah, I won championship before. Every time we win the championship, I think it's not only one person's thing. It's about whole team. Everybody, whatever is the coach or the bench player or the blah blah blah. Every people, we need to stay together. Whatever in our life or on the court, we need to have a good rest and be healthy, and ready to look the score, state.
Let's the score. What?
Fast court.
Fast court.
Yeah.
Okay.
See the fast court, learn the fast court, and watch the film.
Fast scout.
A fast scout.
There you go.
Yes. The green one, yeah.
Yes, the green
and
one.
be ready.
Green one.
So when you arrived in Perth, Ryan mentioned to you that the club hadn't won a championship since 1992.
Yes, I know.
He said, well, we'll win one this year then. Were you always confident that you could help this team to win the championship?
Yeah, I'm very confident, and we need to be aggressive too, and be confident in everyone. And yeah, this year, this is why I come here, and I want to, with the coaches and whole teams, to win this championship. I'm ready. Yeah, I will try my best.
Ryan, it's your third one in 5 years. When you lost in 2022, you said we just have to back up and go again. When you lost in 2024, you said we have to back up and go again. Like, all of the experiences that you have had and the heartache, will that play a part when you get there now?
I wouldn't have thought so. Just because in both those games, like the first time was a free throw away, and the second time we weren't meant to be there. Like the first time was that funky COVID year, where we were just hoping the team wouldn't quit mid-season because it was so hard. So the fact that team got there was great, but obviously losing it sucks. The second time we got there, we were the 4 seed. Like we scraped into the playoff series, like let alone, well, we finished 4th. It was the last game of the year. I think it was Sydney playing Townsville up in Townsville. And if Sydney had won that game, I think we were 5th and we weren't playing finals at all. And fast forward 10 days, we're up 1-0 in the grand final series. So having lost it sucks, but in fairness, like we could have very easily been 5th as well. So they're all different, they're all on their own merits. Feeling more confident this time probably than the last 2 times, just because 1, we don't have the COVID year, and 2, we're not a 5 seed. Like we were clearly a top 3 team most, if not all, the year. Obviously, and clearly once Hahn turned up, we were definitely a top 3 side, and hence why we've studied Townsville and Bendigo so much this season.
Are you a more talented and deeper roster this time around, do you feel?
No, they're all. The easy answer is yes, but that's throwing shade on some pretty talented teams. So I think we're better balanced. I don't really like getting into the individual talent conversation because those teams are pretty good as well. But I think the balance offensively and defensively this time around is much better.
And without wanting to sound like a smart aleck, you mentioned how you've lost the other 2 grand finals. Your free throw shooting in this series was really good. Like, have you put extra time in with your group to make sure that they handle those pressure moments?
Absolutely not. Done nothing different.
Anyone else there? I'm done.
Thanks. We might throw to Paul for the next one.
Ryan,
Oh.
it was a really tough game at the beginning. You know, Bendigo came out really hard. How did you find yourself trying to adjust to your game plan to be able to counter that?
Well, we knew they'd play hard because they're playing for their season. So our thought process, probably the first time we played in Perth, it was more a free swing for Bendigo. Like they're going to get, in theory, if they can win at home, they might get 2 cracks at trying to steal 1 in Perth. So the pressure was kind of on us to win game 1. But then once we'd got game 1, the pressure goes on to Bendigo to make sure they win it in Bendigo. So we probably were pretty stressful at the first 5 or 6 minutes. Like they might be tight here, like they're never playing for the season. We can't. Unfortunately, during the season, we've either got off to a flyer or we've got off to an absolute stinker and been down 15 or whatever it is at half time and then had to start playing catch up. So we were pretty adamant we needed to get off to at least a neutral start, if not a positive start, to put some doubt in their mind. Clearly they posted us up a lot early. They got too many individual ISO post-ups, which we'd spoken about, which we're happy with. Bless you. They couldn't get the three-point game going, but yeah, it was certainly a wrestle early.
Overall, the game was really tight all until the last few minutes of the game. Were you trying to find different strategies to try and get a bit of a break earlier on so that you could try and give yourself a bit of an edge?
Different strategies. Yes and no. I thought we did a poor job of leaving some of their post players on an island and letting them play a little bit too much one-on-one. The thing with this series is that they have, obviously with Tolo going out, it gives them 5 legitimate shooters on the floor at all times. And obviously Tolo's a hell of a player, but at least we might have some rim protection with Tolo in there, whereas with Pollard and Rees and Griffin, they can stretch hard to the three-point line and that causes us different problems. So we probably said, okay, we're going to take away the three-point, pick and pop, and that might make you go to the post-up more, and we're okay with the efficiency and the analytics of their post-up game. That was the gamble anyway.
Han,
Yes.
in a lot of cases there's been a lot of serious defence thrown against you to try and stop you from playing your natural game. Most of the players have a significant height differential to you. How are you finding the sort of defence the way it's been played against you?
I know they are trying to stop me and they are aggressive, but the only way is be more aggressive and attack the rim. I need to be better to attack the rim. Sometimes I turn around and shoot the jump shot, but I cannot get a foul if I miss. So I need to attack the rim and I need to watch their trap and pass, and I need to be better. And I thank those girls. They give me a lot aggressive defense because they make me grow. Yeah.
And how have you found this season, now that you've gotten into the grand final series? Were you expecting that right from when you arrived?
When I arrived, I don't understand.
When
this
you
question.
arrived.
I don't know. Switch.
Sorry,
word.
can you say that again?
Okay, so when you got to Australia,
Yeah.
did you expect that you would be going into a grand final series?
I'm not thinking too much of this. I just want to work hard and enjoy this league, enjoy every game, and work hard to improve, and enjoy to play those amazing girls, and win every single game, and play every single game focus, and this is why we go to the final. Yeah.
That's it for me, thanks.
Thank you.
Ryan,
Thanks.
from Sammy Smythe, mate. Are you going to stay in Melbourne tomorrow? What's Southside and Townsville? Are you going to go back to Perth and sit on the couch and watch it from Perth?
Mate, if we could get back to Perth tonight, we would. No, we've got to get home. We've got, and every team in the playoffs right now, I'm sure is exactly the same. We've got some players like hanging on for dear life, just trying to get onto the court. So we're going to go home and do everything we possibly can to get everybody as close to healthy or 100% as we can. Clearly at this time of year, nobody's anywhere near 100%, but we've got a few really tracking in the red that we need to try and get back up to a 60 or 70%, and therefore let's get home ASAP.
And who do you want to play in the grand final, Townsville or Southeast Flyers?
Yeah, the reality, mate, you always want to beat the best team at the most important time of year. So whoever that is, to be honest, clearly Towns is up 1-0. But in fairness, my head's been in Bendigo for the last 2.5 weeks, so I couldn't comment.
Yeah. Thanks.
I think as well, guys, before you run off, Lockie is just in the room and came to ask a question.
I'll be as quick as I can. I'll start with Han. Han, you've got 4 shooters on the court at all times when you're playing. How much does that help you just play the way you want to play?
Yeah, this team is amazing. Everybody can shoot. Everybody is aggressive. Everybody can not only shoot, they can attack, they can pass, and So this is why I'm very enjoyed to play with this team. If I'm not open, someone open. If she's not open, but I'm open. Yeah, like this. But everybody share the ball and play very smart and SQ. This is what I want to play for this team. Yeah. And the coach
There you go. Hey.
is perfect. So the play sets, the defensively, they teach us a lot. Yeah, and we execute. Yeah, we need to execute more. Yeah, but we already good. Yeah.
Great answer. And Ryan, for you, I think the thing, obviously, Hart's been an astronomical addition, but for me, the thing that's really broken over this team is Annalise shooting. She's shooting a career high in made attempts and percentage.
Yep.
She hit that 3 to basically seal the game. I know she probably gets heebie-jeebies talking about it, not wanting to jinx it, but from your perspective, I assume that's just a development you can't really predict, but it's opened up everything for you.
You can predict it a little bit in the sense of, we talk about it all the time at Perth, like playoff basketball is relatively simple from the sense of, on offense, who can you attack, who can you target, like who do you think isn't a great defender, and then on defense, who can you help off, who can't shoot. And in previous years, like we obviously coached against Maley when she played at both Bendigo and Sydney, and we just wouldn't guard her at all, and it gave us a free defender. Whereas, like again, if you're going to play for us, that's fine, but you've got to be able to shoot the ball, and that's why Bendigo was so tough to guard, because all 5 could shoot it. So that's been an important part of her game. That's the development of. Again, last time we had the grand final series, those teams in the playoffs also dared her to shoot, and she made them. And once she starts making them, now all 5 can make it. Where are you coming from? So it's just part of modern basketball. Like if you can't shoot in 2026, it makes life really tough. There's ways around it, but it's tough.
And not to bring up sore wounds, it's crazy, but you've been so close in so many years.
Sounds like sore wounds.
I mean, what makes this team different compared to other teams? Because that Southside, playing against that Southside team was very different from what you've currently got.
Yeah, again, like that team in 24, and I know we got it 1-0. Like I said, that team had Sydney won that final game of the year. That team finished 5th, and we sneak into 4th, and then somehow blow out Townsville. That Townsville team that year was stacked. They had, from memory, I can't remember. I remember they had Kunick and Whitcomb. From memory, they had Courtney Woods come off the bench. Like they were loaded. So, and we swept them, and then Amy Atwell hit 1,000 threes in the first half against Southside. Suddenly they're at 1-0. So I know everyone talks about the end result, and the end result clearly sucks, and blah, blah, blah. But that team was on track to finish 5th, and we somehow made it. This team has been built to win a championship from day one. So they're 2 different roster constructions. The difference this year is probably we have a more balanced lineup, and this year we have defenders. Like that team from 2 years ago was built all out offense, because that's all we could afford back then. That's all we could get access to. We didn't have the budget of the bigger teams. So we built a Moneyball team, just go play flat out offense and see what happens. And it got us a free throw or a layup away from winning the whole thing. This time, we're one of the one of the heavy hitter teams, so to speak, and much more balanced lineup. We can play defense, we've got rim protection, we've got perimeter defenders, we can shoot from everywhere. It's just a much more balanced overall roster.
And last one, you said Hahn, like if Hahn could score, she could score 40 and grab 20 rebounds in a game for any other team, and they might lose. And then ironically, the next week you had that Canberra loss where she had 30 and 15. But today was the game where Hahn just completely unlocked everything. Even that just easy layup towards the end to seal the game.
Yep.
Going through the season now, a 16-2 record, I believe, with Hahn on the court is. How is that mindset of Hahn completely dominating versus the team balance sort of connected into this perfect harmony we've seen tonight?
Yeah, so it's probably 2 parts in one. Like we kept stressing those first 8 games. We don't care if it's ugly. We just want to win. Like let's just try and get to 3 and 5. And if we're 4 and 4, we'll take that every day of the week. We got to 5 and 3. We had some ugly wins, really ugly losses in there. We didn't care. And then once Hahn turned up, all the pieces started to fill out properly. All the pieces went on the jigsaw puzzle, how they were meant to be aligned. And then because she's so unselfish, and again, if they're going to double her all night or they're going to get after her all night, well, again, if we've got 4 shooters, someone else goes off. If they're going to let Hahn play 1-on-1, then Hahn will go off. And that's been like the beauty of our team all season since she's arrived, is that all 5 can score it. and now we have elite rim protection for all 40 minutes, because when Hahn comes off, Maya comes on and also does an elite job. I think she's second or third in the league for blocks a game, but she's playing like 13 minutes. So we've got 40 minutes of rim protection, and then we've got 5 offensive players in that starting 5 that just don't care like what their role is on the day. Let's just win. And if it's you this week and it's me next week, great. And that makes us really unpredictable and really tough to guard.
And Han, what's your message to Perth fans to get out to come to the grand final series in the coming weeks?
Thank you for your support, and thank you for your support us, and please come into our finals game. I know you will come. Yeah.
Thank you.
All good?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect.